the farm. So back in 2001, I was 17. I was recently working on my grandfather's farm, and he passed away. So the farm got sold. So I went out looking for another job. I found another farm to work at. It was an older man. He was gonna pay me $50 a day to work there. He had goats, cows, pigs, and chickens. The usual farm animals. When I first started working there, everything was normal. We used to go out in the field and bale hay all day. Feed the cows every morning. Feed the chickens, pigs, goats. Everything felt alright. At least for the few couple months. Then things started getting a little shady. Some weird stuff started going on. Like, some of the cows were coming up dead and mutilated. Chickens were disappearing. Found pigs with the throat cut and all the blood gone. Just unexplainable stuff. But we stayed working anyway. About 4 days after we encountered all that stuff, I was in one of the barns, and I was scooping hay to the cows when I smelled a terrible smell. It smelled like death. I looked around the whole barn. I didn't see nothing, and the smell kind of disappeared. But what I noticed, there was a little ladder going to upstairs in the barn. I climbed the ladder, but there was a little trap door and it was locked. It had a bolt lock and a lock on it, so I couldn't open it. I thought nothing of it, considering that maybe he just kept his expensive stuff up there. So I went back down and started feeding the cows again. Then I fed the chickens. And when I went to feed the pigs, something strange happened. The pigs weren't there to get the food, like how they usually are, waiting there, just waiting, squealing. There wasn't a single pig waiting. I didn't even see none in the field. So I went out and looked for the pigs. I found 3 dead ones. Throat slit, and no blood left in them. The rest of them were gone. After 20 minutes, it kept looking. There was a little hole in the fence. That's how they got out. So we went to look for them, and on the wood line that they escaped from, there was about 16 of them dead. We all were shocked, me and the farmer. So we had to drag all the bodies up and bury them. Some strange things started happening after that. More chickens came up missing. Some of the cows were acting weird, really weird. But nothing ever happened to the goats. They seemed fine. Of course, they were in a different spot at the farm. They were all the way on the other side. But I couldn't stop wondering what was in that trap door in top of the barn. I eventually asked the farmer what was in that top floor. He said it's just where he keeps some of his farming equipment. He said it opens right up. Well, I told him that there was a lock on it. And he looked kind of shocked when I told him that. Like, he had nothing to do with it. So, he grabbed one of his shotguns. He handed me one. We both went to that trap door. We couldn't get it to open, so we shot the lock and broke it off. We went up inside, and it still gives me chills when I say this. What was up there was so horrifying that we just cannot stop thinking about it our whole lives. It scarred us. The chickens we found that were coming up missing were up there, ripped apart. Every feather was gone off them. It looked like something ripped his heart open, took all of its organs out. And I'm talking about 30 chickens. There was even cow parts up there. There was a cow head and other body parts. And there was a whole pig up there. At this point, we're all freaked out. That is until the trap door slammed closed. We couldn't get it open. Something down there locked us up there. So we all just started shooting at the floor in order to kill whatever locked us down there. We kept shooting until we got our way out of the floor. We put a big hole by shooting and then kicked our way through. When we got down there, we hit whatever locked us in. There was a blood trail leading to the field. We kept following it. Whatever it was went to the spot that the fence was broken in. And we all just stopped and stared at the wood line. And we seen some red eyes lighting up with our flashlights. These eyes looked like Satan itself. I can't even explain how creepy they looked. You'd have to see it yourself. We all had nightmares for months. 3 months after that, I stopped working now. He packed up and moved, and one of his brothers came and took over the farm. I never heard back from him again. I never want to return back to that farm either. I don't know what it could have been. Something was locked us in now. Something was living up there, feasting on the animals. I'm just glad we got out of that top room. But what would have actually happened to us?